A group of young adults has seen missing links in the present education system of the country when it comes to cope with the development of younger generation, and they question deeply about the future of Thai youth. They have formed a social enterprise in the lead and launched one of the newest platform for the youth called Youth in Charge. Please welcome Kun Erika Maesincee, Managing Director of Indeli Social Enterprise Company and the co-founder of Youth in Charge. Let's find out how the platform will make a difference for the Thai youth. สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ
ครับ Welcome to Voice of the Nation ครับคุณบะหมี่ครับ
It's my
ครับ
pleasure. Thank you for having me.
What really inspired you to create this Youth in Charge? You must have seen something in the like global stage and you feel like I have to do something.
I guess when you think about different countries around the world, you think of different attractions that draw you to visit certain places. For example, when you think about, going to a music festival to enjoy the vibe or to enjoy music, you think about Coachella, right? In California, every April, everyone from around the world, flies to California just to enjoy that week or the 2 weeks of Coachella together. And, it's just like so much fun. And it's like so iconic that when you think about music festivals, Coachella is one of the top names that, come to mind. And when you think about, let's say economic issues or, solving bigger complex issues together, you think about something like World Economic Forum where, it takes place in Davos every year at the beginning of the year. Everyone or like leaders from around the world, they fly to Davos to talk about really important topics, from the environment, climate change, all the way to solving inequalities or promoting sustainability. And I think it's just very exciting, when, thought leaders and leaders from various sectors come together and, despite coming from different walks of life, they have one goal, which is to kind of like look into the future and, set goals, like ambitious goals for the future together. But then when we look back at Thailand, I guess I wanted to see something similar to Coachella or World Economic Forum happening in Thailand, where people would come to Bangkok or maybe to, some province in Thailand, hoping to do something special. And when I looked at Thailand, and personally, I've always been passionate about youth empowerment in general. And when you think about, I guess, youth empowerment platforms around the world, One Young World, or, similar forums to One Young World, they're not, Thailand based. Usually, people, like young people in Thailand would very few youth leaders in Thailand would get to participate on such international or even global levels. And I guess I saw an opportunity to have a Thailand-based youth empowerment platform where, hopefully this is something that can engage more youth leaders in Thailand, something that can spotlight how talented, how capable, and how powerful young people in Thailand are. And hopefully, one day in the future, this will become something beyond, just Thailand's level. Hopefully it can become, a platform on regional or global levels. And hopefully it will become kind of like an attraction where leaders from around the world, youth leaders from around the world come to Thailand to attend some sort of conference or to, form a collaborative network and, kind of look into the future together. Like, just like how, I guess, grown-up leaders go to World Economic Forum to, look at the future or talk about important agendas. So that's something I've always liked.
That very huge vision, and I hope that the mission will be realized soon, because now the thing with the youth, they think about how to become a global citizen, and then the issues may be easier now this day to understand. So let's go back to Youth in Charge. Can you tell me the major activities that you are just finished or you are about to launch?
Right. So first, I just have to say that it's always been our mission at Youth in Charge to amplify young people's voices, ideas, and impact. And to do so, we bring together young people from so many different walks of life, and we create this platform for them to form a collaborative network. We hope for them to be able to exchange their ideas and opinions. But on top of that, like in parallel to that, we form strategic partnerships with leaders from the public, private, and academic sectors. And we kind of utilize our relationships and networks to enable different generations to be able to learn from each other and to work together to achieve a common goal, like I said earlier, which is to create a better future for all. And I think that's why one not just one, but like some of the topics that have been covered through Youth in Charge and through collaboration across different generations, or collaboration of the youth from so many different backgrounds and so many different walks of life, have been about sustainability, or even promoting Thailand's soft power or Thailand's biocircular green economy model. All of these things, despite sounding different, they all have the same underlying theme, I would say, which is about how we can move forward together in a balanced, sustainable, and inclusive way. And I think the fact that Youth in Charge is a youth-focused platform, but at the same time, we enable, like I said earlier, a collaboration across different generations, across different sectors, across different backgrounds and perspectives. I think that adds a lot of value to achieving things like sustainability, or promoting Thailand's soft power, like I said earlier, or the BCG economy model, which is all about inclusive and balanced growth.
Very, very ambitious. One thing that I have seen, some like youth camps that they set up maybe in the past, they just brought the youth to come together and they provide training. So what do you think about training based learning, or you have come up with something new that you can get them understand the terms or the role, like leadership or entrepreneurs? Can you tell me more about this?
Yep. I would say training is, at the end of the day, essential. You cannot develop young people in a sustainable way without equipping them with, the tools or the skills that they need. But at the same time, I think young people need more than just training. They're already getting enough training, enough teaching, enough coaching from school. But what they need, I would say, is the opportunity to actually showcase their talent, unleash their fullest potential, to work with different groups of people. And by different groups of people, I'm not just saying different groups of young people that maybe, they do not go to school with, or they do not ordinarily get to work with, or ordinarily get to see. But I'm also talking about, the opportunity to work with, the adults from so many different sectors, people who are like-minded, or people who have the tools, the network, and the channels that can help elevate what they're already doing, or what they hope to do to the next level. We have also been conducting another project called Youth APEC. As everyone knows, Thailand is the host of the APEC this year. And under the theme Open, Connect, Balance, with the BCG economy model that I said earlier as one of the key themes. And as I said earlier, BCG is all about inclusive and sustainable growth. It's all about sustainability. And I think, with Thailand as the host this year, it's such a good opportunity to kind of get Thai people, especially our young people, involved, because at the end of the day, with the theme, of sustainability as the focus of this year's collaboration, I think it's so important to have our young people involved and, get them on board as well, because usually something like the APEC is very limited to leaders from the government or from the private sector, and sometimes young people haven't even heard of APEC. So I think this is a
Right.
good opportunity to get them involved and to have them feel this sense of ownership as well, now that Thailand is the host. So with the Youth APEC project, we got a research fund from the National Research Council of Thailand, and we partnered with the Science Park Network from 5 different regions all across Thailand, and we hosted our Youth APEC symposiums in those regions over Thailand. So the north, the south, the northeast, the lower northeast, and also the east of Thailand. And through this project, we managed to get around 600 young people involved from 26 different universities, and they all came with amazing project ideas involving how to promote their specific regions' biological or cultural diversity or target industries.
How did this is a quite simple question from me. How did youth in charge explain APEC to the youth in the beginning when you started to think about, oh, is APEC coming? Thailand will be the host. And then how did you explain this? I find it very difficult.
It is definitely very difficult, but I think just in general, our younger generation is completely aware that to move forward together, collaboration is so important. So collaboration was kind of like my keyword to explain to young people why this conference or this collaboration is so important, and it's like such a good opportunity that it's taking place here in Thailand this year, especially this year 2022. People see it as the year of recovery from COVID-19 over the past 2 years. So to combine such important topics like sustainability and recovery after COVID makes this conference in Thailand this year even more important than it usually already is, right? So I think that's something that can really get young people excited and get them to see why it's so important that they too should get involved. And I think the fact that we kind of let them know that this is a good opportunity for them to be part of something that they as young people wouldn't ordinarily get to be part of makes it even more special to them. And the fact that we kind of position ourselves as the bridge between their small voices and something much bigger than themselves makes this a good opportunity for them to showcase their talent, for them to unleash their potential and kind of further develop their ideas, because they have this excitement and this belief that we obviously through our collaboration and cooperation with our partners as well will help take their ideas to the next level. And I think that was something that really got these young people really excited. And the fact that we were very inclusive in our approach kind of made the university network very excited too, that we got to be part of this. And through Youth in Charge, it was a good opportunity for different universities to collaborate with each other when ordinarily people tend to operate on their own, right? Or at most different universities from the same region come together once in a while. But this is something that can get universities and networks from different parts of Thailand to come together and to work together. So I think it was just really exciting for everyone involved, especially us at Youth in Charge. It was really challenging to kind of adjust to different contexts, and it was really fun to be on tour as well, to host activities all over Thailand. And what we saw was, no matter where they are in this country, young people in Thailand are all talented, but they just have different unique characteristics that make them special. Like, when you go to the north of Thailand, people, they have unique characteristics that make them special in their own ways. But then when you go to, let's say, the northeast, they're a little different. So that was something really fun that we got to discover along the way, I would say.
And you learned a lot too when you see the different characteristics of the youth from different part of the country. Because usually, mostly when we have a project for the youth, we just focusing the youth in Bangkok
In
or
Bangkok,
surrounded
yes.
provinces, just that. And we see only one pictures. We cannot
Mhm.
tell the difference from other parts of the country.
Yep.
What one thing I like to ask you during the time that the epic will be held in the middle of next month in November, the youth in charge for youth APEC will do something in parallel with the APEC meeting.
All right. So this was something that actually happened earlier as well. I think it happened at the beginning of August, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the third APEC senior officials meeting took place in Chiang Mai, and we
Mm-hmm.
got to take some of our youth leaders to take
Oh.
part in the
Mm-hmm.
conference as well. So through that conference, the third senior officials meeting, they got to meet leaders from
Mm-hmm.
different member economies, and also leaders from the government, leaders from the public sector, from the private sector. In regards to your question,
Mm-hmm.
about the APIC this year, we will have a platform for young people to
Mm-hmm.
be able to showcase, their project ideas. And I don't want to say project ideas because for some of them, their project ideas are so serious to the point that they already registered, their companies, or they already have like
Mm.
startups, and they have pitched on, you know, national or regional stages already. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it's a good way for them to gain even more visibility through the APEC by showcasing their ideas and, kind of like speaking on behalf of, other young people, not
Mm-hmm.
just in Thailand, but in the region
Mm-hmm.
as well.
One thing I've been curious about, when people come up with projects that involve youth, they always think about how to produce more entrepreneurs. I
Mm,
think in the old days, we think that Thailand doesn't have a lot of entrepreneurs mindset. So
mm,
they tend to do that way. Like we have to produce entrepreneur. We need startup. We need someone who can lead companies. But actually, in the real world,
mm.
not all the youth want to be entrepreneurs. Maybe they want to be YouTuber. Maybe they want to be a real professional in certain kind of careers. And this youth in charge, how do you manage this? It seems like one thing that you also supporting them to be entrepreneurs. So what do you think about this?
I would say, at the end of the day, especially, since I went to Babson College, and it's like known for entrepreneurship. So like I have this like belief that entrepreneurship is so important, but I don't
Mhm.
see entrepreneurship as something that necessarily has to be translated to having your own
Mhm.
business, or
Mhm.
selling things,
Mhm.
right? But I think maybe you should see entrepreneurship as having an entrepreneurial spirit,
Mhm.
which I think an entrepreneurial spirit is so essential for everyone, no matter who you are, no matter what job you do, no
Mhm.
matter how you see yourself in the future.
Mhm.
You can be a news reporter while having, an entrepreneurial spirit. You can be an actress, and have
Mhm.
an entrepreneurial spirit and stuff like that. I think an
Mhm.
entrepreneurial spirit is more about, being creative, being, very quick on your feet, being
Mhm.
very
Problem solving.
problem solving, exactly. About seeing things in a unique
Mhm.
or different way that other people do not see. It's about challenging yourself. It's about
Mhm.
constantly improving yourself. It's about utilizing networks and connections and resources around you. It's about making the most out of
Mhm.
what you have, no matter how much or how little you have, and stuff like that. So I would
Mhm.
say an entrepreneur spirit, or even entrepreneurship in general, is all
Mhm.
about kind of like a set of skills, which I think
Mhm.
are essential skills that you can carry through life,
Mhm.
no
Mhm.
matter what profession you decide to pursue, right?
That's Kun Arika Maesincee, Managing Director of In the Lead Social Enterprise Company and co-founder of Youth in Charge. Thanks for joining us today, and we will wish you very success. Please visit our website nationthailand.com. I'm Vitaya Saeng-Aroon. สวัสดีครับ